Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Stoked on Spokes. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this sports watch. So, how did I get my hands on this Coros Apex? This is not a sponsored video, and I still haven't bought this watch. They did send it out for me to try. If I want to purchase it after the review, I can, but it is with my money, and yeah, they're not giving this to me for free. So, anything I say, just keep that in mind. So this is the Coros Apex Midnight Black. This is the 46mm watch. They have a 46 and a smaller 42. I went with the 46 for the improved battery life, and boy does it have good battery life. I received this watch from Coros on August the 4th. Today is Sunday, August 16th. And I've been using it to track a bunch of things, runs, rides, and just everyday use. And it came with 95% battery, and today it was showing it still had 16% of that charge. So I had not charged it until this morning for this review because I wanted to put a little bit more juice in it. But it lasted, what is that, 12 days? Sorry, math is hard. 12 days of good battery. I would much rather have something that I don't have to charge every single day, because I like to wear it to sleep. I like the sleep tracking ability of a sports watch. It is the 46mm Midnight Black. It means it has the titanium alloy bezel on the edge there. And the watch face, the glass is sapphire glass, and it is super strong and resilient to scratches. That's really good to see in a watch. Obviously in the back you have your sensor for the heart rate, and then your charging port right there. So you just take this little cover off and charge it. Now, one thing that I found really attractive about this watch was just the simplistic nature of it, the minimal aspect of it. It doesn't have 5 buttons on the whole interface, it has 2. One is a button and a scroll wheel, and the other one is a back button. It does come with quick release bands, so you can release them and change them for whatever color you want. So that's pretty neat. All right, let's hop into the watch interface and see what it can do. The watch works on 2 main menus, one being the watch settings, which you go into by holding the back button. Here you can find the settings menu, which lets you change settings in the watch. You can find the watch face menu, which lets you obviously change the watch faces. You can set alarms, timers, stopwatches, and more. The Coros Apex gives you a lot of customizable options. The first being the watch face. You can have up to 5 preloaded watch faces on the device itself, and many, many more available in the app. The other main menu in the watch is what I like to call the sports menu. You activate this menu by clicking in the top wheel on the watch. Here you will find all the sports and activities that the Coros Apex can track. At first it seems like an overwhelming amount of sports that you can track, but they do include a nice hide feature which you can access in the app. This feature lets you hide sports that you don't usually do to be able to scroll and find the sports that you do practice with ease. For the video I chose to leave all the sports that come stock on the watch so you guys can see what it offers. The most alluring of the options that it can track for me, and probably for you if you're watching this video, is of course the cycling. It can track 2 types of cycling, both outdoor and indoor. For the sake of this video, I will only look at the outdoor, as I want to save the indoor cycling tracking feature for a future video idea. I took this watch out on a few rides, and have found it to be quite accurate when it comes to the numbers. I tracked on both this watch and my Wahoo Element Bolt, and both have a very close numbers when it comes to mileage and elevation change. Today I'm just kind of testing out a bit of gear. I got the Coros Apex watch. It's a running watch, and I just want to kind of go on a short ride to compare its accuracy with the Wahoo bicycle computer. So let's do this. Let's have some fun. And let's try not to get eaten by mosquitoes.
keep me awake. Bring me back to reality. Head on my pillow, but I'm not getting any sleep. The world's been waiting, where were you? Everything you want, waiting for you. All that's left to do is left to you.
So I think what's really cool about this watch is not just the watch itself, but what it shows you on your phone. So it has an app that is a beautifully designed app that connects with the watch, and it tells you everything you need to know and want to know from your sports watch. Okay, so while I have the top-down camera, let's hop into the app and see what the app really gives us that makes, I think, the purchase of something like this sports watch a good option. So as I said, it's a pretty great app. This was just yesterday when I went on a good ride, and I like seeing it first in the morning. You can see how you slept, if you got enough sleep for the day, especially if you try to tackle an activity like a big run or big exercise activity. You know exactly how much sleep you've gotten. So this is a better representation of what this watch can show you. Yesterday I burned almost 3,000 calories. I put in 3 hours and 27 minutes of exercise time, 6,000 steps. I didn't reach the 10,000 steps recommended, but I was on the bike, so I will take that over the steps. It shows you a heart rate analysis of your day, and you could see the spikes was during the middle of my ride. If you do have an activity, you can pull it up and it'll show you your distance, your workout time, your calories burnt, your speed, your elevation, your heart rate, and yeah, your heart rate zones, which is pretty awesome. And I think that's why this is a really good buy for the money. I'm not going to compare it to the Wahoo just yet, but I think something like a sports watch gives you so much information for what you're paying for, whereas something like the Wahoo might not give you all that information unless you have a heart rate monitor and things like that, but that comes at an extra cost. It does link to third-party apps like Strava, so without having to sync to Strava, I can go on a run or a ride and it'll upload it to Strava. So final thoughts on the Coros Apex. It is a beautifully crafted, well-designed sports watch. You got to remember that it's still a sports watch. If you're looking for something like a smartwatch, like an Apple Watch, this isn't necessarily going to replace that. This is going to do a better job of tracking the sports and exercise you do in your everyday life versus giving you notifications, things like that. Now you can enable notifications, so when you get a message on your phone, you can get it on here. I personally don't choose to do that because I would just like to have a watch and check it for what I need. Besides time, obviously the sports and exercise part of it, but I don't want to be checking my watch for messages, things like that. You can have that. That is an option. It's a great option for many people. I just choose not to activate those features on this watch. So over the next few weeks, I will be putting this through the paces and comparing it to the Wahoo Element Bolt. This is a great sports watch, retailing around $350, so a little bit more expensive than a Wahoo Bolt or Element Bolt, but you get more features. If you were to, per se, buy the Element Bolt with a heart rate monitor or strap, you might be coming close to the $350 that this sports watch can run at. But I will leave that until the next video. If you have any questions and you are indecisive about what to buy, a sports watch or a bike computer for tracking your rides, leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure to address them in the future video. If you want to watch that video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed learning about the Coros Apex, be sure to hit that like button to let me know that you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, remember to stay stoked on spokes.